He cares about SMU, and he joins us now, of course, on the Ring Central hotline. We're talking about Tim Jankovich, head coach of the Mustangs. Ring Central providing easy-to-use cloud phone solutions for your workforce and business communications made simple. For more information, go to ringcentral.com. Coach Tiki and Tierney, how are you today, buddy? What's happening?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on. I do care about him a little bit. I don't want to, sound like I'm really a cold person, and I just don't care at all.
Hey, listen,
I care a little, just not a lot.
Hey, Coach, at this time of the year, insensitivity is a good thing. You worry about your boys, and that's it. You worry about who you play next, and screw everybody else, Tim. That's it.
That's a good attitude. We're gonna do that today. We're gonna have that talk with everybody.
Yeah,
with everybody else.
Here's the problem, though, Coach. You can't worry about who you're playing next because you don't know who you're playing next. You got to wait for the Providence USC first 4 games that's out in Dayton. Do you have a preference?
No, but listen to what happened. This is I'm embarrassed, but after we won yesterday, they have a really nice celebration on the court and the nets and the presentation. Then we rush off to a room because we want to see the selection show, and a bunch of people crowded in, and I'm way at the back, and I could barely see or hear, but everybody starts cheering when our name comes up, and I'm like, well, who do we play? Who do we play? And then I find out we're playing in Tulsa, which is great, and it's Friday, which is great because we need the extra rest, and I'm, who do we play? And then finally somebody tells me we play Providence, and I kind of saw it on the board, and then they rushed me off to another media thing. Well, I think we play Providence, so I'm up on the board just talking, on the air, just talking about, hey, we're just going to prepare for Providence, and then I find out, my gosh, we don't even know we're playing them. So that was a little embarrassing. I might need to get a little more information. So no, long story short, do not. We want to play the team that's playing the poorest this time of year, whoever that is, whichever one. But obviously neither one are because they wouldn't be in the tournament if they were.
Do appreciate the honesty, though. None of this rhetoric, we want to play the best team. Hell, I want to play a team that's tired, banged up, and inexperienced, Coach.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. The worst team, that's who we want to play.
I hear you. Let me ask you this. Now, my wife is from Dallas. I'll be out there this weekend for St. Patty's Day and a few family things. And I've got a decent feel for the Dallas sports scene for sure. And I know your campus is beautiful. I know it's a good academic school. We know about the program in the '80s with football, and of course, all that stuff with 30 for 30. What I don't know, with all due respect, is has Mustangs fever caught on throughout the area? I know that J.B. Dixon's going to be building something pretty good at TCU in Fort Worth. So the Mustangs fan base, what is it like in Dallas? I'm honestly not sure.
It's gotten pretty incredible. When we came here 5 years ago, I felt strongly, and in fact, it's the reason I came here. The biggest reason, there were a lot of reasons. The biggest reason I came here is I thought SMU was the #1 sleeping giant in college basketball. I mean, it's a only Division I school in Dallas, Texas. I mean, just think about that. Dallas, one of the greatest cities in the country. It's one of the greatest basketball high school cities in the country of talent. The Metroplex is growing like crazy. SMU is an incredibly beautiful school with amazing facilities, all that. I mean, and the academic, everything. I thought this is an incredible potential here. And lo and behold, I think we were right. We have taken it to where I believe it should be. But as far as the fan base, we sell out every single game. We have a lot of standing room only. President Bush and his wife come to most every home game, sit on the front row. A lot of the Cowboys, the Mavericks, you name it. It's really caught on in a big, big way. It's been surreal sometimes just to look around and see all the people that and see and watch all the time. So the fever is here. The city is behind us. When we win, a lot of times downtown they light up a lot of the buildings with the red and blue. So it is,
wow.
Yeah, no, it's been incredible, and we are in a city, of course, with a lot of pro competition, but they have embraced us, and our fan base right now is amazing.
Well, Coach, how much of the opportunity brought you also to SMU? Because you coached under Bill Self, and so you kind of took a lateral move to go to SMU with Larry Brown there. But, I mean, you're 70, 75, 74 years old. The opportunity was kind of right in front of you. Did that play into it as well?
Well, I actually left a head coaching job. Things were going great at Illinois State, which was why this was really a difficult decision.
Yeah.
One of the most out of the box things that I'd ever heard of. I don't know if anybody ever been presented, hey, you're a head coach, you have been for 5 years, had a great team, great situation, and they said, well, will you be the coach in waiting? um, physically ill probably for 3 or 4 days trying to decide which way to go. But again, what won out was I felt like in the long run this was, as I said before, just an incredible diamond in the rough. And I thought in the long term of my life and my career this would be best. So that's why I left a head coaching job to come here. I always thought Coach Brown was one of the all-time greats, and I thought what a great chance to work with him as well. And they promised me that I would be the next coach. So there wasn't a leap of faith that way. So it's worked out honestly exactly like I hope it would have. So many times in life, it never seems to go quite as planned, but this one has played out just exactly how I had it in my mind.
And Tim Jankovich, the SMU head coach, it's funny you mentioned Larry Brown, one of the great, most fertile basketball minds of all time, and I don't think that's hyperbole. I'm sure you would agree. But the one thing he's terrible at, and I remember when he was the head coach of the Knicks, I had to interview him a lot. It takes him forever to finish a sentence. I mean, that guy is so methodical. Just come on, throw out a verb. And I don't care what it is, coach. Just throw out a word, a syllable. It takes forever to finish a sentence, Tim.
Well, he's got a little different pace that way, but he is really funny. When you hang around him on a daily basis, he's got a really witty sense of humor, really dry, witty sense of humor. So he's made me laugh an awful lot of times.
Why doesn't the conference get more respect nationally? We had Rothstein on, and John has long been a champion of the conference. Obviously, UConn's a little down right now, but since he's really good, you guys are rolling. Why not more respect nationally, Coach?
I don't know. Everybody's always pulling and tugging for that, and nobody ever feels like they get enough respect. And I do know this: if you really get inside of our league and you start looking at programs, you look at the history of Connecticut's program and Cincinnati's program and Memphis and Houston and Temple, and these are some of the winningest programs of all time. Then you dig into the coaches around the league and start looking at Final Fours appearances, start looking at national championships and NBA playoffs, and this is a league that deserves a lot of respect, and I think over time that will play out. Maybe this year, as you said, UConn, had some misfortune, didn't have the kind of year, and maybe some others that are usually very dominant are a little bit down. But this is a great league, and over time, I'm sure that will show.
Coach, tell us about a couple of your players. Semi Ojeleye, who is a transfer from Duke, obviously. A great ACC squad that also won their conference championship. He's made a big difference for you. But who can we look for to carry you through as you guys start the NCAA tournament on Friday?
Well, now I got to tell you about our whole team because we really are balanced. We have we play a rotation of 6 basically. Sometimes we go 7, but
wow.
6 guys are playing. Well, 5 of them are playing like 35, 34 minutes a game, and our 6th man, who's great, he got 6th man of the year in our conference. Benny Malagu plays about 23 or 24. So really, it's 6. Sometimes we get 7 in there, but it's a very, very short rotation. Every single guy has jumped up. Our seniors are Ben Moore and Sterling Brown, who are the winningest players in the history of SMU. They've had more wins. They've been incredible. They're great leaders. They both have jumped up and had tremendous nights over and over. Shake Milton is our point guard. Great second team all league. Could have easily been first team, but you can't have everybody on first team. And Jeray Foster. I name them all. They've all been fantastic. We probably have as good of chemistry and unselfishness as any team I can ever remember coaching for I don't know, years and years. So we got a good feeling right now. We've got good talent. We're not deep. We don't have small guys. We don't have big guys. We're just a bunch of medium 6'6" guys running around and playing together, and they're a lot of fun.
The recipe's worked well for you, Coach. Good chat. Good getting to know you a little bit. We'll certainly be watching, and good luck in the tourney. Thanks, buddy.